What's going on, guys? I'm the White Guy. Today we're playing some MX vs ATV Supercross Encore edition. And yeah, if you could tell by the way I sound right there, you can probably figure out what we're gonna have to get the rant out of the way at the start of this video soon, aren't we? But yeah, today we're gonna be trying to do. I was gonna say we're going to be doing, but we're going to be trying to do some straight rhythm on the 500, just to see if we can get any stupidly quick, fast lines that only 500 can pull. But disclaimer now. This game, as you may or may not be able to see, the frame rate is pretty atrocious. If the video looks slow, I assure you that's not me putting it in slow motion. That is this game being the broken pile of garbage that it is, not running well because they decided not to optimize it for PC, and then they just kept pushing out more and more DLC, knowing their game is a broken pile of garbage. And yeah, I'm judging them right now based on actions, not words, and because we all know actions speak louder than words, and so far they've done absolutely nothing to remedy this. It's since it's been, I don't know the release date off the top of my head, but I feel like it's been almost a year since this game has come out, or since the beta, sorry, has been available on PC, and that entire time they have known that it does not run well, it's not optimized, and they just apparently kind of ignored that. Completely ignored that. Never bothered to fix it, never crossed their mind to, oh hey, maybe we should fix the game that we're selling to people on PC, we're advertising as a full working game, when it is in fact not that. Now, I'm going to qualify that with another statement here, which is that some people on the Steam forums are reporting it's running fine for them, which is especially confusing me because they have like 760s and i3 processors the game runs on, which I guess is what they maybe optimized it for. I don't know what kind of crack they're smoking over there at the Rainbow Nordic Studios, whoever's optimizing this. But yeah, check the Steam forums if you're going to buy this on PC. See if you can find somebody with your exact listed specs, and maybe it will run on yours. Just if you see somebody, it's like, oh, they say it runs on a 760, and you have a GTX 1080, the brand new one. Don't assume that because your card is better, it is going to run. I have a GTX 780, and it does not run. For whatever reason, whatever graphics card you have, the quality is in, like, if it's the top tier Titan, or like the bottom tier 740, whatever the cheapest, crappiest card they have is, doesn't seem to, that's what seems to matter more than the actual performance of the card. So unless you see somebody listed with your exact configuration saying it runs on the Steam forum, do not buy it, because most likely it's not going to work, because they didn't optimize it all. It's like they're running the PS4 emulator off your computer or something. I don't know how they managed to make the game run this poorly. Like Crysis 3 and Battlefield 4, which are much more demanding, sorry, let me rephrase that. Should be much more demanding games because there's way more going on. Then the graphics are much higher fidelity and there's more calculations wanted to be made with all the stuff going on in the games. Yeah, those run absolutely fine on this. On my computer. Apps perfectly fine at high, medium high, probably high-ish settings at 1080p. Just fine. This game, I think I'm running this at 900p right now, and I am getting 29 frames a second. 28. Oh, just dipped down to 26. Let's see, what's the low? 27. Let's see how low can we make this thing get here if we just do donuts really quick. Let's see, 25. 27, yeah, not good. It's 30 frames per second is barely playable on PC. If you've ever, before you say, oh, well, no, 30 frames a second is amazing, it's the best cinematic experience I've ever had. Go play some game at 144 hertz and then come tell me how amazing 30 frames a second is. The only people that think 30 frames a second is amazing and okay are the ones that have never tried a higher frame rate experience. Nobody's going to say, I prefer 30 frames a second after they have tried 144 hertz or 60 hertz or anything. And if you try a higher refresh rate, you're not going to... It's like having a car. Nobody says they want less horsepower, right? Nobody says they want their bike to be slower. Nobody says they want a car that has a smaller engine. Unless you want fuel economy. I guess that's a bad way to phrase it, because it's fuel economy, maybe. But yeah, nobody says they want a slower dirt bike. I'm assuming most of you would not say that, so why would you want a slower game? Explain this to me, because your logic makes no sense! Unless you're just a blind fanboy, then it makes plenty of sense, because you'd rather be ignorant to facts, because that justifies your already existing bias in favor of low frame rate, low resolution games. Boom. I'm sure somebody in the comments is still going to try and tell me how I'm wrong about how it's 30 frames a second is the best thing ever, but it's not. It's not good. It's barely playable. it's not enjoyable. If it runs at 60, it's a lot smoother. Like Reflex runs at a smooth 60, and that game's nice. I'm sure you've seen my Reflex videos, and you may notice how much smoother those look compared to this game. That's because that runs at 60, and this is running at maximum. I've hit 30 twice now. It just keeps dipping down below that. Not so good. I might not even bother rendering this video in 60 frames a second because the game's not even getting above 30 frames a second. So there you go. If you don't see 60 frames per second in the video quality setting on YouTube, that's because this game doesn't run beyond 30 frames a second, so I didn't see a purpose in rendering it to that. But yeah, we're last thing to qualify with the rant here is that the indoor Supercross races can be somewhat playable. I've gotten up to 45 on those, on the stock ones that come with the game. But every other part of the game, it's unplayable. Like, these run like crap. The Nationals are just about all unplayable. The rhythm racing's pretty much unplayable. The free rides are definitely unplayable. The frame rates are just awful. And a couple of videos I have uploaded of the free rides I haven't been commentating over, because I recorded the video and then sped the footage up by like 3 or 4 times to make it look like it had a higher frame rate, so that it would look more pleasing for you guys to watch. Because I thought it'd be a cool idea, like that jet ski thing. I sped that video because I thought it would be kind of funny for you guys to see that little thing with the physics. But I didn't want to upload a video that was that slow and choppy, so I tried to speed it up a little bit to make it look a little bit better. So yeah, it's not good. The free ride's not playable. The waypoint races, which are just oh wait, can we just get up here? Oh sweet, you can just start from up here now. Okay, that's fun. But yeah, the waypoint races are just set in the free ride events, and those are not playable. It's bad. I think I said this in another video I might have uploaded by this point, but I think they've just given up on this game completely, because it's been months and months and months since anything has changed with this game, other than them trying to push out more DLC and milk you for more money off of their broken game. But yeah, hopefully in the future they make a new game and it comes on the PC, and it's not going to be broken and trashy. And maybe they'll support mods in the game and support the community if they want the game to actually sell, because Reflex has that and Reflex is still selling. They decided to shut down the community so they can milk you for money, and then nobody bought the game, because why would you pay for this game when it doesn't run and there's no custom stuff, when Reflex has all the custom stuff you could possibly want, and there's already a large community based around that game. Since they apparently couldn't get that through their head with this. Maybe if somebody from that studio is watching right now and you're listening to this, maybe in your next game you'll support some community stuff if you actually want that to succeed. Because this game would have done, if they actually optimized the game and saw this through and just owned up to their mistakes and fixed the game, maybe some more people might have bought it. If they started supporting community mods instead of making people like Jamie T and, God, what's the guy's name on Twisted Dirt? I feel so bad. MCM Boss, I think that's the guy. They spent so many, just countless hours working to make the game moddable. If Nordic would support that, because instead of making the community spend so much time doing that, because Nordic could probably do it or Rainbow could probably do it super quickly, because they have the tools for it. They actually have proper tools and they know how to do it. If they opened it up to everybody, then more people might come over. It's like, oh hey, we can do cool stuff with that game and it's updated. Let's go with that. But no, they're just shutting everything down. Well, actually, I think their official statement I got from them was no comment, or we will not support them, we will not stop them, is the official comment I believe I got from them. But yeah, obviously nobody's going to do that when the game doesn't have anybody playing it, which the way to get people playing it is to allow the custom stuff like that, because again, Reflex, there's still people buying that game to this day. They'll watch one of my videos, or Dio's videos, or Yellow S2K's, or Motor Goga, or whoever the hell else is posting Reflex videos now. They'll watch one of those, see it looks cool, then go buy the game on Steam. If that happened with this game, they might be selling copies of it still. I'm just pulling that fact straight out of my butt. Don't know if they're still selling copies of this or not. I don't know any of their sales figures, but I'm just going to assume it's not selling very well, because the servers are pretty much always empty online. I have tried it a couple times, but I've come across like 2 or 3 people in the past month with this. Maybe I'm just on at the wrong time, but they seem to be mostly empty, and that's probably for a good reason, as we just land some 360 underflip there. So yeah, these videos get pretty ranty. I don't know. I just wanted to kind of mess around, show you guys some 500cc gameplay on the straight rhythms here. Maybe we can try and grab some fun lines through here if we get that professional starting block thing to go in here. Because I know if you can get good. You can get decently good rhythms here. They don't feel very good because it's running at like 20 frames a second, but you can get them. You can get some pretty big lines on these 500s once you get it to stay low and preload the right jumps just the right amount, so you get the right landing, so you carry more speed like that. Now you got to preload that jump all the way, preload that a little bit, you step down to there, you don't preload that, you pray you hit the triple. You can hopefully quad that, which we didn't get enough preload for. Which is, again, I'm not a fan of the whole preload mechanic here because it makes the game so much more impossible to play. But here we go. Maybe we can get this to work now. Hit the FMF thing, triple, get down. We're going to need to preload that one, though. We're going to case that because we lost all of our speed. And we probably should have preloaded that a little bit. And then we lose all of our speed. We screw up. We're going to end up landing there. And we can not get through a backflip on the way down. So that's probably about going to do it for this video. I don't have too much else to say. Hopefully you guys found some enjoyment in this. If you want more Supercross, let me know and I can try and make it happen. Because these videos are honestly mildly painful to make because the game runs so poorly. But yeah, thanks for watching, Nans. I do appreciate it if you made it this far and sat through my little rants. And yeah, if you sat through my rants, maybe you want to consider getting subscribed in the future if you're not already. Any feedback from likes, comments, dislikes, all that stuff's appreciated so I can see what I should change to make the channel better for you in the future. Thank you very much again for all your support. It's amazing. We're over 30,000 people into this now, which is nuts. And hopefully, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. White Guy out.